Hi everybody, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface, and in today's video we're going to be discussing the news around Classic at Blizzcon, as well as the fact that the limited time demo that you have to play has limited time on the limited time. Ha! So just before I started streaming last night, another water cooler from the devs release, but this time about Classic WoW at BlizzCon. So I managed to have a look at it before I started my stream. People were asking me during the stream if I'd seen it, and I said yes. I'll do a video on my thoughts and feelings about it tomorrow, and kept my opinions very tight-knit during the stream itself. So with that done, I can now let you know exactly how I feel. Now, there's some interesting stuff about Classic WoW, which they announced, which I'm quite excited for. And there's also a couple of pieces of information which just don't paint Blizzard in the best of lights. And my God, they do seem very... either tone deaf, which I think is a little bit of a compliment, or they purposely do these type of things, which is more malicious action. But, you know, you can make your own judgment about that when we get to it. Hello, World of Warcraft community. With BlizzCon 2018 getting closer every day, we wanted to give you an update on what you'll be experiencing at BlizzCon around WoW Classic. Yes, please. We've been hard at work bringing the original Azeroth back to life, and we're excited that you'll be able to get your hands on the demo we're creating for the show, both at BlizzCon and at home with your virtual ticket. Now, this is quite important because obviously if you're a World of Warcraft fan and if you're a Classic fan, the selling point for this year's virtual ticket was the fact that you'll be able to play a demo of Classic WoW, and it'll be going on for approximately 6 days or so. Now, I'm a WoW content creator, so I was probably always going to buy the virtual ticket. But for people who don't make WoW videos, for people who are just fans, this was the major selling point. And we'll get back to this in a little bit. From the beginning of this project, the team's mission has been to be as faithful as possible to World of Warcraft as it existed back in 2005 and 2006, before Cataclysm altered the world as we knew it. And we wanted to make sure the demo we built for the show was a clear reflection of that. Good stuff. The focus of the demo is on outdoor questing. Good stuff. And we've selected 2 iconic zones that most original WoW players will no doubt be familiar with. Barrens for the Horde and Westfall for the Alliance. Just as a complete aside here, the Horde are going to get a pretty good experience because, of course, the Barrens got flooded during Cataclysm and went under some pretty hefty changes. So it's going to open up some places which are currently underwater, which is going to be rather cool for them. The Alliance, not huge amounts was done to Westfall at all. A little bit of development at Sentinel Hill, the Whirlwind Tornado thing. But Westfall is relatively intact to how we know it. So you can step back in time and experience these zones as they were originally designed. You'll be able to search for Mancrick's wife, curse the ornery Planestriders for not having beaks, and make a group to kill Defias pillagers in Moonbrook. You might even get to improvise a new rotation against the Harvest Golems in Farmer Saldine's farm, since in this era, mechanical creatures may be immune to some of your abilities. We brought all of that back, and we're as excited about it as you are. Just not as excited to put it in the current version of the game, which would make it a little bit more fun. Okay, but... no, this is exactly what we want. We want those fire-based creatures that are immune to fire. Those shadow-based creatures that are immune to shadow. We want all of those obstacles, to be perfectly honest with you, because that's what they are. We want all of these obstacles. We want all of these intrusions that allow you as a player to improvise your fight style, to Well, to work out whether or not you need to get other people into the group to help you because of your limitations, or whether or not simply to flee from this battle and live to fight another day. This is what made fighting in the World of Warcraft back then so interesting. Things mattered. The outside world mattered. It was a menacing and dangerous place. Not a big how many mobs can I get together to AoE down sesh. Because it's a demo, there will be some limitations on the content. Understandable. Before people thought I might go off here. No, this is fully understandable. It's a demo. You got to appreciate that a demo will come with limitations. The Dead Mines and Wailing Cavern dungeons won't be available. Now, this is a shame. I would have liked one dungeon to be available, even if, you know, both the Horde and the Alliance could do it. But it would have been nice to have one dungeon available, purely so people could get an idea of what group-based content was like back in Classic. And also to watch the tank charge in and try and AoE tank all the packs of trash as he got cut to ribbons and died, and we all laughed at them before the ads killed us as well. Yeah, completely different style of how you play right now. There's a lot more CC involved. There's a lot more selection and which mob would be the target to get burnt down. You then had your threat meters. Oh, God, I'm getting excited just talking about it. But put it this way, it was a different beast. So it would have been nice if there was a dungeon. Okay, there isn't. Bit of a shame, but fair enough. The only PvP will be dueling. Okay, fair enough. And that won't be... And you won't be able to visit zones other than Westfall and the Barrens. Again, fair enough. I don't see any issues with any of these so far. It just would have been nice to have a dungeon, but c'est la vie. We also typically limit our time. BlizzCon attendees can play the demo, and that will be the case for BlizzCon WoW Classic demo players at home. In order to maximize the number of people who can try out the demo, initially you'll be logged off after playing for a certain amount of time to give somebody else a turn. We haven't determined exactly how long this time limit will be yet, but we're also planning some flexibility. So if we're able to relax the restrictions and give everyone who wants to play a great experience, then we'll do that. If you do find your session has ended before you've done everything you wanted to do, don't worry, your character will be there when you get back in for your next session, and all your progress will be saved. This is the discussion point. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I thought the reason why there was a flow and limited time at BlizzCon for people to test out whatever it may be, the alpha for the next expansion, whatever, is because they had a limited amount of hardware, PCs, and obviously a load of people that wanted to try it. And so you've got to keep a steady flow. So yeah, you've had your 15 minutes or whatever it is. You get up, you go, somebody else from the queue comes in, takes its spot. Makes sense. However, we have the hardware right here at home. Blizzard are not responsible for this. We are. We have the PCs. We have the technology. And therefore, we don't need to be marshaled in and out because we have everything that we need. Nobody's queuing outside of my door. Well, apart from the ladies, of course. That is untrue. And a lie. No one's queuing outside my door wanting to play Classic WoW. No, this is your own product. And let's get back to the whole virtual ticket thing. One of the big selling points for the virtual ticket for WoW fans, particularly Classic fans, was the fact that you'll be able to play this demo. Now that you've forked out your money for your virtual ticket, Blizzard are now telling you, oh, you know that limited 6 days that we're going to charge you $40, $50, whatever for? Oh, now there's limited time on your limited time. that is something which should have been given out way before this, because that could have determined whether or not somebody decided it was worthwhile to make the purchase of their virtual ticket. Now, I'm not going to play victim here because I'm a WoW content creator and I was always going to purchase the virtual ticket anyway to report on what was going on. But other regular people, their money could be limited, their time could be limited, whatever it may be. But the purchase of the virtual ticket was so that they could hammer Classic WoW for the 6-day period, whatever it is, that they were vacant for, considering they are paying a lot of money to do that. So to have this news drop right here is a little bit shady by Blizzard, to say the least, considering purchases have already been made off the fact that the Classic WoW demo is available. On top of that, Blizzard obviously know the amount of purchases of the of the virtual ticket. And therefore, if they're fully aware of what the current purchases are, they should be able to make a determination of how many people will potentially be attempting to access the demo and provide back-end support, server support, accordingly for that. Because that's what you're paying a lot of money for. The price of a full game, almost, to do, just for 6 days worth of Classic. But no, they're not. They're going to limit the time that you get to play the Classic demo, kick you off, allow other people the opportunity because they've got limited space on their servers because they're tight. That's not good. That's not good. That's not a good show by Blizzard there. It's misleading, and it's dishonest, to be perfectly honest with you. So yeah, I'm a little bit annoyed about that, in as much as they should have made things a lot more transparent or made these decisions prior to the release of the virtual ticket. But of course, that would no doubt have a knock-on effect to the number of tickets being sold. So I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I hope that they understand their mistake here and they rectify it with the copious amounts of money that they'll be making from the sale of the virtual ticket to accommodate all people for the duration of the demo. I feel like a father half the time. I really do. Anyway. You'll start the demo at level 15. While we know that starting at level 1 holds a lot of nostalgia, you're also limited to what you can do when you're starting out, when you first start out. Given the time constraints of the Blizzcon demo, we wanted to give players some freedom to explore and experiment with core systems like talents or professions. You know, when professions actually meant something and not the complete and utter tripe that they are now. Sorry, I'm not just trying to have digs for having digs' sake, but when these are selling points for your classic game, talent trees and profession systems, and then you look at just the mess that they're in the current product, it's worthy of a snipe right there and then. Which are available at level, which are unavailable, at level 1. Yeah, they become available at level 10. So I understand this. I understand this reasoning. I think it's fine. We also wanted you to be able to get a good sense of the original class played. At level 15, warriors have defensive stance, priests have psychic scream, hunters have their pet, same with warlocks, and so on. So at this level, you really start to feel like your class has some of the key tools that make the class distinct. I absolutely agree. You know, I think this is a good decision. I think this is a good decision to start at level 15, start in a zone where you can actually do a little bit. Got no problem with that at all. Additionally, all characters will be capped at level 19, but you can create multiple characters. So you can try out as many different classes and races as you'd like. Now, that isn't as low as you may think it is at first glance. 4 levels in the World of Warcraft back in Classic was not a quick feat by any stretch of the imagination. If you watched my race to level 10 video, which I did approximately a year or so ago, where I took the current version of the game and timed how long it took to get to level 10, which was about 15 minutes. And then I took the classic version of the game and I timed how long it took to get from level 1 to a level 110 via questing. This was all via questing, and it took approximately 4 hours. So to get from level 15 to 19 is going to take some time, you know, if you don't keep getting kicked off every 15 minutes or so by Blizzard. What's new? I like those inverted commas there. What's new? We don't want new. We fear new. As we mentioned in our original Dev Watercooler blog we posted in June, we're building WoW Classic on the foundation of our modern code base. That means you'll be able to download the demo through the Blizzard Battle.net desktop app and use Battle.net chat integration in-game to ask your friend to come and check out the Barons with you. You'll also find there's improved support for widescreen monitors, so instead of the world looking stretched and distorted in widescreen, it'll look like it did on your old 4x3 monitor, only bigger. All this kind of stuff makes sense. It makes sense. Although we want an original recreation of classic WoW, you have to also understand the technological changes in life that's happened over the last 14 years. And so to me, this is absolutely fine. No problems with this whatsoever. I would have actually have wanted it to be this way. So this is no problem at all. All of the current game's tools that help ensure World of Warcraft is a welcoming and fair environment, such as right-click player reporting. Wow. Just go straight to the toxic stuff, why don't you? Will also be in the BlizzCon WoW Classic demo. Cheats, bots, and other exploitative behavior will also not be allowed. Yeah. And we expect them to say, you can cheat. And the modern engine no longer permits some behaviors that could be used to get out of bounds. We'll see about that. Support for 32-bit clients has also been removed. One of our core values is play nice, play fair. And we want to do everything we can to ensure a few bad apples don't ruin the experience for others. Bit of a negative paragraph for no real reason, but okay. I mean, a lot of this is commonsensical stuff, so you don't really have to spell it out. Just feels a little bit, you know. You'd also find that post-launch accessibility options such as colorblind mode are in the demo, though as we were working on it, we realised some words and images used in the current accessibility panel come from the modern game. So we replaced the modern icons with some classic icons and removed the term heirloom, thank good, since it doesn't appear anywhere else in WoW Classic. It's important to us that in situations like this, we blend the old and new in such a way that it still looks and feels like the game you remembered. Okay, I kind of get that. I don't think there's anything there to really get uppity about. See you in November! Well, you know, probably be on Red Dead Redemption 2, but okay. We're really excited. This is WoW Classic, of course I'm going to be on this. We're really excited about the BlizzCon WoW Classic demo. So am I. And hope you are too. Yes, if I can play it without getting kicked off every 15 minutes. But we definitely don't want to send the message that we're done, because we're not. There's still a lot of work to do. And a BlizzCon demo is an important step in the process of bringing the original WoW back to life as authentically as we can. This is a great chance for you to see the direction we're heading and give us some early feedback. So be sure to leave your thoughts in the classic section of the WoW forums. Thanks for playing, and we'll see you in Azeroth. So it's kind of looking like my prediction that they're going to give a release date for Classic at BlizzCon is not going to happen. But one can hope. Yeah, I mean, everything sounds absolutely fine. It sounds good. It sounds fine. The only thing which I don't like is this limited time on your limited time. I think Blizzard have dealt with that very poorly. It's kind of like the Diablo business as well, where people were... Blizzard were like, hey, how do you fancy some Diablo news at BlizzCon, hey? So people go and buy the virtual ticket for, Diablo fans, waiting for a Diablo 4 announcement or World of Diablo or something like that. And then Blizzard just go, wait. Whoa. Don't think, don't get expectations up here. This, we're probably just going to announce that we're doing an app for Android and iOS. Or something like that. So, yeah, the misleading sales on the old virtual ticket aside, which are pretty poor. The information coming out about Classic seems decent, seems good. I still hope that we get an announcement of a release date. Just because it's not nearly ready doesn't mean that they can't say we're looking to release Classic in winter 2019. If they said something like that, I'd be like, okay. But they're really, in that last paragraph, it really seems like they're trying to just back people away. Just because there's a demo don't mean that we're in any shape, way or form ready. Come on, Classic WoW, save us from this dross that's in the game right now. But yeah, it sounds good, apart from the virtual ticket stuff. And I'm looking forward to playing the demo. I really am. I'm totally going to do my Warlock first, and then Reti Paladin. Let's check out that Reti Paladin and see what it's all about. So there you go. Let me know what you guys and gals think in the comment section down below, and I hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do get a thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and Twitch for live streaming. Links there in the description box down below, and I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.